It's kind of a two-part question, I guess. First, I guess, what are your feelings or opinions or your experience with terrorism? During the Intifada, they're blowing up buses, and you could have been on one of them, unless I'm assuming wrong and you don't take the same buses that I've taken here. And the second half is as part of the Fatah youth movement, because a lot of the times people report like the desperation and, like you said, losing hope is why the youth are turning to these extremist movements. Is your youth movement doing something with the youth to try to keep them out of this? Like, they're losing hope, but not to turn to terrorism.
Yeah. You are talking about the second intifada. And it was completely, I agree, it was completely military intifada. Like, if you go for the first intifada, almost 100% of Palestinians, they were part of this intifada. In the second intifada, only 10% who were active, and the rest, they didn't have any role. So, like for me personally, I'm against any people killing each other, like in any way, like if they are soldiers or if they are in the buses or whatever. It's something that I'm completely against it, because I'm a non-violence person, and I do give training for people for non-violence resistance. So I completely don't believe in that, and I see it's a bad, and it bring us back to the 0 point. What was the second part?
So you kind of covered that you're doing non-violence resistance workshops and things, but also just as a resident of Jerusalem, did you feel scared also living in Jerusalem when all of this is
that
happening?
time? Yeah, yes, of course, but I never used the I don't know, or my ways wasn't with the Israeli buses usually. So of course it's a scary time to live in this situation. Like for Palestinians and Israelis. And because of that, when we are talking to give hope for the people, it means take out their fear.
Just one final question to wrap us up. We've got a group of folks who are Jewish and spending a lot of time in Israel now, and then they're going to go, not all, but most, back to their home countries, many in the United States. And I'm curious, as somebody who's working your whole life for a resolution to this conflict, what kind of contribution maybe do you hope people in this room might be able to make towards a resolution to this conflict? What is it that you want us to do?
For me, the first step is really to believe with us that we have the right to have a state, and that would be like really to support now the resolution that the Palestinians are preparing with other countries about the illegal settlements in the land of 67, and the second, to be really ambassadors about what's going on, and the hope, to have the hopes of the people who are now here, the youth, to bring it there, because we are the same as you, and we have the right to live the life the way we like to, the way you are living the life. And I think this is the message that we wanted for now, because I cannot work for peace by myself. It needs a group. And the more people who are working and still believing in peace, not as a word, but really as applying peace, then it will happen. But we need to believe in it and to keep that belief, because I know that many people, they don't believe it. And they don't believe that, and I do remember, I think on May, it was a research that Tel Aviv University spread it out. It says that 71% of Israelis, they don't see Israel as occupier state, but it is actually. And the more that we are denying the facts, I mean, the occupation and the illegal settlements and not equal rights for the people, like free movement from city to other, it means we are denying the right of people to live in peace. So I think those are the messages that I want to say. And I just want to ask a question. Any of them visited any refugee camp in the West Bank?
We're not allowed to, like, because we're in a MASA program.
They're not allowed to,
Oh, they are not allowed.
according to their program, go into area F.
Okay. And you are finishing now from Israel? Or?
No.
They
Well, I'm
have
here for like 7 more months.
until May.
Depends on the they're all on different programs or different lengths of time.
I can offer you if you want. You can. It will be safe. Don't worry. I'll take you to one of the refugee camps in Bethlehem, and just to have a look. It's good to see it, and it's good to hear the stories of the people. You know.
So if any of you want to be in touch after your MASA program is
Yeah.
over, after you finish
After
your
the
MASA program,
2 days,
yeah,
2-3 days. Just
if
choose
you-
one to.
in all seriousness, after your MASA program, feel free to be in touch about that.
Yeah.
Afterwards. After.
And I'll take you. You will be on my responsibility.
So thank you so much, Nimala.